After committee assignments, then the last part is the job rotation. Person will go to different profiles, job profile locations, and where he is going to learn about that particular job. Now we'll take an example. A person working in recruitment department. Okay, we want that he should learn about training. We want to shift in training. So he's coming and in training and development department for some days, and he is learning how the functioning of the training and development department. This is called as job rotation method. This is also an effective training method. So on the job training methods are job instruction, coaching, mentoring, committee assignments, and job rotations. I will move towards the next part, that is of the job training method. On the job training methods, training will be given to trainees not at their workplace. Training will be given away from their workplace. This is called as of the job training methods. And for that also, we have 5 different methods available currently: lecture method, case study method, role play method, vestibule training, conferences and seminar. Other methods are also available, but these 5 methods are prominent methods. First, lecture method. We all know what is meant by lecture method. Trainer, they will be taken to a classroom. Trainer will be there. Trainees will sit in front of the trainer with the help of PPT, with the help of other devices. Trainer is going to give the lecture to the trainees, and trainees are going to understand those concepts, and they are going to learn from that. This is what the lecture method is. Still, majority of the times organizations are using this method, lecture method. It's the advantage of this method is that you can train more number of trainees at one place at one time. But nowadays, concentration span of human beings day by day is decreasing. So it is very challengeable for a trainer to keep trainees inside the training hall for a longer duration of time. Physically they will be there, mentally they will roam everywhere. And that's why it is a challenging thing nowadays, lecture method. Then the second method is the case study method. Basically, case study method is useful to develop the analytical skills of an individual. Case will be given, discussions will be there, opportunities will be given to the trainees to find out the different dimensions and angles involved in the particular case, and trainer will help them to identify the solutions. Then trainees will come and they will present it. Discussions will again be there. Through that, trainees will have an important gain, and that important gain is how to think, how to see a problem. Only one facet is not going to help us. How to see all facets of the problem, how to develop a solution, how to find out the solution. So all these things will be learned, as well as it will help the participants' decision making skill. And that's why case study method is one of the best method, especially to train the managerial people. This is a very important and very classic method. Third one is the role play method, where trainer is going to explain the roles to different individuals. They will understand as per their capability, and they will present that role. They will perform that role. Participants will observe it. Based on that, discussions will be there, and then what is correct, the trainees will understand from that. It is one of the very important effective way of teaching which will help, which will benefit the trainees. After role playing, then the vestibule training method. Creating the same working condition in a room, and we are going in that room we are going to train the trainees. It is a very costly method because creating the same type of environment in a room, it required a lot of money, and that's why it's a costly method. But the advantage of this method is that because you are creating the same thing in a room, trainees will get the feel of actual working environment, as well as they will get enough opportunity to practice, and practice makes man perfect. So trainees will they will get perfect in that particular task and activity while they will leave the training hall. But it is a costly method. Last one is the conferences and seminar, where trainees are less in numbers. This particular method can be used because conferences and seminar you have to pay the money for registration, stay, and accommodation, other things. But organizations, especially some professional bodies as well as educational organizations like universities and um, institutes, they are organizing conferences and seminars where brainstorming is taking place. People are coming with their ideas and presenting in the form of research papers. Through that, trainees can learn about that particular concept. And that knowledge which they are taking, they can utilize for their organization. So conferences and seminar is another way of training people. But this method is useful when the trainees are less in number, like 1, 2, 3. Then conferences and seminars, these methods will be an effective one. So methods of training, of the job training methods: lecture method, case study method, role play method, vestibule training, conferences and seminars. Now we'll move towards the next slide, training evaluation. Now this is a very important part of training again. Training requires money, organizations pours money in training. Now everyone from the organization, especially the top brass, they want to know what happened with the money which we have given, whether it benefited, the investment benefited our employees, whether that investment benefited our organization or not. That they want to know. That's why training evaluation is important. First data set for comparison is available with us, that is the objectives which we have set for the training program. Now second data set which we are going to get from the trainees as well as the trainer. First point into that is reaction. Reaction of trainees, opinions about the of trainees about different activities conducted in that training program. It may be feedback about the particular trainer. Trainer's communication skill rate 1 to 5. 1 is poor, 5 is maximum, best. So reactions of trainees about the activities which we have conducted in the training program. We can design a feedback form, we can do the interviews of the trainees, and through that we can collect this particular information, where trainees are going to rate the activities which we have conducted. For example, training facilities, the lunch and breakfast which we have given to them, quality of that, poor, good, average. So the reaction of trainees about the different activities. Then the second part is learning. What new they have learned, trainees have learned, which they think will be helpful for their day-to-day job which they are performing in the organization. That is the second type of information which we want from the trainees. New learnings which is taking place. Otherwise, we may get a feedback like this. What new learning? we are asking to one trainee and he is saying no new learning. I was already knowing all these concepts. I was already knowing how to operate about on how to use this particular technology. That means if the particular trainee is knowing all these things, then why we have put that individual into this particular training group and conducted training program for him? It's a loss for organization. But when we are going to do the searching why it happened, investigation part, then it will go back to the training need analysis. The training need analysis about this individual which we have conducted, that was wrong. It was not a correct thing. We have got wrong information we have while doing the training need analysis. That's why we have included his name in training, and at the end of the training he's saying I was knowing all these things. So in that case, if we have done it properly, training need analysis, then we will not include him. We have not included him. We have included a person who needs this particular training, who are in need of this particular training. Learning. Then the behavior part, how their performance is improved, how they are attentive now, whether their absenteeism number is going down or not, how they are behaving with the peer team members, training evaluation. And last part is the return on investment. Money invested for each trainee for a particular training program, and what now he is delivering in return to the organization, cost of that. What probable he will give to the organization, cost of that, compare it. That is what the return on investment, because training needs money. So when we are talking about training evaluation, we have to consider these four dimensions: reaction, trainees' opinion about the different activities which we have conducted under that training program, learning, what new trainees have learned, behavior, how much their behavior is improved and performance is improved, and return on investment. So these are the four important angles of training evaluation. We have, in today's session, we have covered what is meant by training. Then we have covered about training process. Then we have discussed about training need analysis. We have also discussed about different methods of training, on the job methods and off the job methods. And lastly, we have discussed about training evaluation: reaction, learning, behavior, return on investment. Thank you.